First of all, remember that when the customer buys more from you, you are doing something for them, not to them. It's in the customer's best interest that they buy more from you. There are 3 times when you want to offer the customer an alternative solution. The alternative could be a different product or service, it could be an upgrade, or it could be some other change. The 3 times you want to think about doing an upgrade or change is when it is the best way for the customer to solve a problem. Notice, it's the best way for them to solve a problem. The easy way out of having you fix something for the umpteenth time might be simpler for them, but it's not the best way for them to solve a problem. When it's the best way for them to achieve an objective, they've told you what they would like to achieve, you know that some other offering that you have would be better for them, that's the right time to offer them an alternative solution. Whenever you have more to offer, and you may be concerned that the customer does not know it. When you have more to offer, and the customer may be unaware that you have more to offer. Let's take a closer look at that. Did you know a customer, even an endorser, will leave you when they think a competitor has a better offering? When they think a competitor has a feature or a benefit or a capability that you do not have, they will leave. Well, what happens if you actually have that capability, but the buyer is unaware of it? Then they leave you and go to the competition. Remember, the single most important function of sales is to teach. So this is an opportunity for you to teach the customer why it's in their best interest they stay with you. When a buyer changes vendors, look what they have to go through. Adopting new processes, probably new training is going to be involved for them and others in their organization. New accounting systems are going to be set up. There's going to be a ramp-up time, so there's going to be a drop in productivity for whatever your product or service offers. And then there will be the initial errors that always happen when we change to a new system. Make everything better for the customer by keeping them as a customer. Remember, you're doing something for them, you're not doing something to them. Always begin with thinking, now why is it in my customer's best interest that they upgrade to our better service? Why is it in the customer's best interest they buy more from us? When you begin with that thought process, you'll find yourself doing something for them, not to them. And part of this is going to involve something called cost justification. This is not justifying your price. When the customer upgrades or moves to a different offering that you've put in front of them, there may be an additional price. We'll use the 30-second MBA, this was covered in lesson number 5, to look at how this is going to impact their profitability. Remember sales perspective. What is the customer's willingness to buy? And remember, the buying motivation is highest, their willingness to buy is highest at the top and lowest at the bottom. Endorsers and buyers want to buy from us. So if you have an endorser or buyer that you're recommending an upgrade to, remember they're probably going to do it out of desire. But if you think they're a grumbler or a complainer, you'll have to sell to them or offer them the offering based on a need. When someone buys out of want or desire, they buy as much as they can, and they buy the best that they can. But when they buy out of need, they buy as little as they can. Here's how you encourage a want or desire buyer to move up to the next level. When they talk about a goal they're trying to accomplish, something they're trying to achieve begins with, that sounds exciting for you. In other words, you show interest in them. Don't start out with, our upgrade, our 2.0 will help you with that. Start off with something about them. That sounds exciting for you. And then ask the question, how will that benefit your company, your organization? And they'll say, well, it's going to help us do this, this, and this. And when they do, you follow with, well, and what else? In other words, you're causing your buyer to think about the value of the upgrade or change in product or service that you're suggesting. Now, if they're buying out of need, it changes a little bit. You begin asking, what impact is this problem? What impact is this issue having on your ability to serve your customers? Look at what this question does. It moves the conversation from you talking to them about you to you talking to them about their customers. It puts things in perspective. Then, if you feel it's important to refer them to sales, do it the right way. If you can make the sale happen yourself, do it. But if you want to refer them to sales, do it the right way. Do not say, hey, I'll have someone from sales contact you. That sounds like a threat to some people. Instead, say something like, is it okay if I have Pat give you a call? You'll like them. They can explain this in greater detail. You ask for permission, and you make it a personal contact. Is it okay if I have someone from sales contact you? They're going to be reluctant, but if you suggest there's one individual in the sales department that could be very beneficial for them, then use that. And make sure whoever you say you're going to have call the customer, you update them with the details. This is a want buyer. This is a need buyer. This is what you have uncovered so far. Then remember the discussion we had on sales perspective. The willingness to buy, or the reason why people buy, is either out of love or hate, and the endorsers are typically buying out of love, the complainers out of hate. When dealing with an endorser or a buyer, say something like, we would enjoy helping your organization attain your goal. Now, look at this statement for a moment. We would enjoy, we want to do this. Help is the most powerful word in the English language, so you want to use the word help. And direct your interest to their organization, not them. If you say, I would like to help you with this, they become responsible for making the purchase. If you say your organization, then it takes the onus off of them. And then, of course, you're focusing on their goal, not yours, theirs. And if you're dealing with someone who is kind of upset with you at the moment, we would appreciate the opportunity to, again, help your organization, not you, help your organization and prove how good we can be. You take ownership of whatever drove them down to the grumbler or complainer level, and you say, we want to prove to your organization how good we can be. And if this individual buyer that you're talking to, the individual that you're talking to, still has an affinity for you or respect for you, they will typically move forward. So remember this. The goal is to cause the customer to think about the benefits of what you're about to offer. Whatever you offer, you want to focus on the benefits to them, not all the benefits, the ones that would apply to them. And of course, you want to take their attention off of the price. Yes, there's going to be a price involved, but the cost is going to be negligible because of the benefits. You can do this. You can do this. Give it a try.